What if the omega-3 your brain is actually starving for isn't hiding in those fancy fish oil capsules everyone's chasing? I'm talking about the one that kept entire families going when medicine was mostly guesswork. No pills, no hospitals, just cod liver oil, straight from the sea. Back then, doctors turned to it for raging infections, tuberculosis that wasted people away, wounds that refused to heal, and kids whose bones bent like rubber. It wasn't some old wives' tale. It was the thing that worked when nothing else did. Flip through a medical book from the early 1900s, and cod liver oil is everywhere. Not because it was cool, but because lives depended on it. Quick heads up, I'm not your doctor. This isn't medical advice. Always run changes by someone who knows your full health story. This is just history, science, and real stories from people who've lived it. Your brain is fat, 60% fat, and the star player in that fat is DHA. Not EPA, DHA. Cod liver oil delivers DHA and EPA in the exact balance your brain craves. Most store-bought fish oils flip that script. Tons of EPA for inflammation, barely any DHA for structure. DHA isn't optional. It builds the walls around your brain cells, sharpens how neurons talk to each other, keeps your eyes clear, powers your immune response, and even insulates the little energy factories inside every cell. Run low on DHA, and your body patches the holes with whatever junk fat is around, usually the wrong kind. That's when focus fades, memory gets hazy, and you feel drained even after 8 hours of sleep. Real cod liver oil has this quiet bonus almost no one mentions. Alkylglycerols. They're in bone marrow, in breast milk. They crank up antibody production and help grow fresh immune cells. That's likely why the old doctors observed infections subsiding before modern drugs existed. Then there's the silent sabotage in every grocery aisle. Seed oils. They're loaded with omega-6 fats that don't burn. They get built right into your cells, your brain, your eyes, your mitochondria. They hang around for months or years, shoving DHA aside. The mismatch shows up as foggy thinking, low, steady energy that never quite kicks in, and that wired but tired feeling. Cod liver oil fights back with more than just fats. It packs vitamin A to heal your gut lining and keep your immune system balanced. Vitamin D that pairs perfectly with real sunlight, the way nature meant it. And vitamin K2 to steer calcium into your bones instead of clogging your arteries. It's not one magic bullet. It's the full squad, arriving in a form your body instantly recognizes. Take it as a quick spoonful, or open a small can of wild-caught cod liver once or twice a week and eat the liver straight. No extra oil, gentler on the stomach, same full punch. It wasn't fancy, it was complete. And that's why it never went away. A few voices that stuck with me. In Iceland, folks like Gunnar still start every morning with a shot of cod liver oil. Even the cafes put out little glasses next to the coffee. It's just what you do. Then there's Margaret, 82 now. She told me, "My doctor looked at my labs and said I've got the body and mind of someone 30. He's betting I'll make it to 125 if I keep this habit going." And Robert, 75, who survived 9 mini-strokes, TIAs. I ditched processed foods and seed oils cold turkey, ate fish and seafood a few times a week, and took cod liver oil daily. My omega-6 dropped over 6 points in 3 years on those omega quant tests anyone can order online. My DHA jumped from 3.5% to 5.6%. No more strokes, no prescriptions, just real food and this old school oil. If an old guy like me can turn it around, so can you. Just give it time. Finally, from Germany, Hans remembers his mom spooning Lebertron into him every morning as a kid. By 20, I scored over 150 on an IQ test and finished at the top of my class of 300. I still credit that daily habit. Simple, old school, still delivers. But here's what you need to know about sourcing. Because not all cod liver oil is created equal. You want oil from wild-caught cod, preferably from cold northern waters like Norway or Iceland. You want minimal processing, ideally cold-pressed or gently extracted, not chemically refined at high heat. You want it in dark glass bottles, never plastic, because light and oxygen degrade omega-3s fast. And you want it fresh. Check the date. Omega-3s go rancid, and rancid fats cause the exact oxidative damage you're trying to prevent. If it smells like low tide on a hot day, throw it out. Fresh cod liver oil should smell clean, slightly fishy but not offensive, and taste strong but not repulsive. If you're buying canned cod liver, look for brands that pack it in its own oil with minimal added ingredients. The liver itself should be firm, pale, and almost buttery in texture. Dosage is simpler than the supplement industry wants you to believe. 1 teaspoon daily, that's it. About 5 milliliters. That gives you roughly 1 to 2 grams of omega-3s, a solid dose of vitamin A, decent vitamin D, and all those supportive compounds we talked about. Some people take a tablespoon if they're recovering from serious health issues or have very low omega-3 levels confirmed by testing. Kids can take a half to a full teaspoon depending on age and size. Pregnant and nursing women should talk to their doctors. But historically, cod liver oil was standard prenatal nutrition because DHA is absolutely critical for fetal brain and eye development. Just watch your total vitamin A intake if you're also eating liver or taking other supplements. What about side effects? Most people tolerate it beautifully. Some get a little fishy burp if they take it on an empty stomach. Taking it with food solves that for most people. A very small percentage experience loose stools initially because their digestive systems aren't used to processing that much fat. Starting with a smaller dose and building up over a week or two usually fixes it. If you have a seafood allergy, obviously, skip this and work with your doctor on alternative DHA sources, though a true cod allergy is pretty rare. The benefits to risk ratio here is incredibly favorable. This isn't some experimental compound. This is something humans have consumed safely for centuries. So here's the bottom line. Your brain is 60% fat, and it's starving for the right kind. Modern diets drown you in omega-6 seed oils that actively displace the DHA your neurons need. Synthetic fish oils often give you the wrong ratio, tons of EPA with barely any DHA, optimized for inflammation marketing instead of brain structure. Cod liver oil delivers what your brain actually craves: DHA and EPA in natural balance. Vitamin A to heal your gut and support immunity. Vitamin D that works with sunlight the way nature intended. Vitamin K2 to keep calcium where it belongs. And alkylglycerols that boost immune function in ways modern medicine is still catching up to. It's not one isolated nutrient. It's the full orchestra playing together. It's not engineered. It's just complete. And that completeness is why it worked in 1890, why it worked in 1940, and why it still works now. Gunnar in Iceland knows it. Margaret, at 82, knows it. Robert, who survived 9 strokes, knows it. Hans, who topped his class, knows it. And now you know it too. If you are ready to start, I've put together a simple 1.5-page daily routine that shows you exactly how to incorporate cod liver oil along with other foundational habits that support brain health and energy. Nothing overwhelming, no complicated protocols, just a straightforward checklist you can print and stick on your fridge. It's completely free. Grab it using the link in the description. And if you want me to make a follow-up video breaking down the difference between DHA and EPA in plain English, explaining exactly why that ratio matters and how it shows up in every single bite of food you eat, let me know in the comments. That information alone might completely flip how you shop, how you cook, how you think about feeding your brain. Hit that link below, download the routine, and queue up the next video. Your future self, the one with a clear focus, steady energy, and sharp memory 30 years from now, will thank you for starting today. Talk soon.